5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
This is About Space, America's return to space, with news and information on our U.S. space program. Is your host of About Space, David Denault.
Welcome, and thanks for joining me today. Well, it seems like the more and more information being released on UFOs, or UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, more and more interesting stories are being released. And a story of what is believed to be a 4,000-year-old crash of a UFO in the Grand Canyon. Next, as America and the world is listening to About Space Today. D&D Cruise and Tours is the official agent for About Space, and we invite you to come fly away to all-inclusive resort island destinations, or a cruise vacation from Port Canaveral, and even visit the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, or just come and see the parks. Call for a discount cruise or an island getaway or the Florida beaches. Call today. The call is free, and so are our services. Call 877-747-8631. That's 877-747-8631. We are Florida's group travel specialists. Welcome back. I was listening to Greg Brendan, a New York Times best-selling author, when he mentions a trip down into the Grand Canyon and what he discovered.
We actually hired a helicopter and a guide to go down there because I wanted to find out if I can see any of these ancient mysteries that people have been talking about. And we landed on this Indian reservation down inside the canyon. And there's a special area that was cordoned off. So I said to the guy, I said, why can't I come over here? I don't understand. I don't see anything dangerous. He said, because NASA has taken over this part of the canyon. A lot of these areas that the military will lock down are also very strong vortexes, which basically are nodes in this cosmic web Stargate system. These are places that the military lock down because they don't want you to see what's coming and going through these gates.
A lockdown? If this is true, who or what could possibly be traveling through these gates or in these underground caverns?
And as the story goes on, it gets more intriguing about a core of a secret joint military task force on UFOs that was involved.
Several months ago, a specialized team of experts were apparently hired to examine debris found at the Grand Canyon. When they arrived at the scene, they were said to have discovered the body of a UFO that had rested there for over 4,000 years. The team of experts were thought to be the core of a secret joint military task force on UFOs. The craft they located was constructed out of an unknown metallic substance and also showed signs of low levels of radiation. Once found, it was quickly removed to a secure military location. A California-based astronomer named Dr. Henry Lomont claims to have inside information on the Grand Canyon UFO crash site. He believes that the craft was of a decent size and able to carry about 20 individuals of a certain height. He also believes that the carbon dating on the ship indicates that it crashed around the 2000 BC period. When experts finally managed to get inside the craft, they discovered that the cabin area was designed for humanoids of about 4 to 5 foot in height. There were machines that resembled oxygen tanks, and there were signs of old supplies, food and water. The vessel was atom-powered and had a steering system that was based on magnetic steering. The UFO was apparently located in an area known as Comanche Point. It was lodged deep inside a limestone formation. When the experts carried out a thorough search of the area, they determined that the inhabitants of the vessel lived near it for years after the crash. Nearby Indian caves show paintings of strange humanoid creatures with bulbous heads. These illustrations are thought to depict the creatures from inside the craft. The experts believe that all the alien life disappeared from the surrounding area about 50 years after the initial crash landing. They have no idea what might have happened to the beings that had lived around the fallen vessel. Dr. Henry Lomont goes on to explain that the craft measured approximately 50 feet wide with a length of at least 100 feet. He also claims that the American government are doing all they can to keep this amazing find from the public.
I can't say you heard it here first, but you did hear it on About Space Today. As a reminder, join Dawn Meyer this Friday for another America in Space program, and have your family and friends join us each week. Follow us on Facebook at aboutspace.today for launches and landings. And to all our listeners around the globe and here in the U.S., thanks for joining me. I'm David Denault, and this has been About Space Today.